Hello and welcome to this edition of the Native News Update on Friday, August 28th. I'm your host for today's program, Kimberlie Acosta. Many of the stories you hear here today can be found at our websites, IndianCountryNews.com or IndianCountryTV.com. And here is the news for today from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. Paul LaRoche, the force behind the acclaimed award-winning Native American group Brule and Arrow, will be hosting a new TV program called Hidden Heritage, which will premiere on RFD-TV on Monday, August 31st. Hidden Heritage is a brand new show that will present inspiring and uplifting stories gathered from the LaRoche Summers family's journey into Native America. The pilot episode captures their story as written in the book Hidden Heritage by author Barb Marshak. The following 12 episodes will include the first Native American National Park Superintendent, Gerard Baker, elders from the Sioux Nation, and much more. For more information on the series Hidden Heritage, you can go to RFD-TV.com, or for information on Brule, you can go to BruleRecords.com. World-famous golfer Tiger Woods joined longtime friend Nota Begay III on August 24th at the Oneida Nation's Unundote golf course at Turning Stone Casino in upstate New York to help raise money for programming that will aim to prevent type 2 diabetes and obesity in Native American youth. The second annual NB3 Challenge Golf Tournament, which was sponsored by the Oneida Indian Nation and the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians, turned out to be yet another great success, for it raised $750,000 for Nota's foundation. And although Tiger Woods may have won half the skins at the tournament, the real winners were the children who will benefit from the programming that will be funded by the money raised that day. Other PGA golfers who lent their support by playing in the NB3 Challenge include Camilo Bajagas and Mike Weir. For more information on Nota Begay and his foundation, you can check out nota.com. Massachusetts Senator Edward Ted Kennedy, who passed away on August 25th, will be widely missed throughout Indian country. Ernie Stevens Jr. of the National Indian Gaming Association referred to him, along with his brothers, John and Robert, as great champions for Native Americans. On recognizing the passing of Senator Edward Kennedy, the National Indian Education Association also extended their deep condolences to his family and colleagues. He was a tireless champion of education and opportunities for all people. Senator Kennedy was a powerful advocate for the education of Native children, always seeking ways to ensure that the U.S. government honored its legal, moral, and ethical obligations to the Native communities. As a chairman of the Senate Subcommittee on Indian Education, Senator Kennedy oversaw the 1969 Special Report, Indian Education, A National Tragedy, A National Challenge, calling for accountability for the failures of the federal government in Indian education. The establishment of the Office of Indian Education under the U.S. Department of Education, his integral role in the passage of the Indian Education Act of 1972 paved the way for greater Native self-determination in education, a goal he continually supported and affirmed through multiple pieces of legislation and policy, including the 1978 Tribal Controlled College and University Assistance Act. Over the years, Senator Kennedy always made the needs of Native students a top priority and responsibility. His door was always open to tribal delegations, Native organizations, and Native people themselves. And while his legacy of service and support for Native communities will be profoundly missed, the greatest legacy that Senator Kennedy leaves us is our inheritance of his work in building a better future for Native American children across generations. The National Indian Education Association shares their deepest gratitude and sincere grief in marking the passing of this extraordinary leader, advocate, and person. Spirit Winds Records will be releasing a new CD in September entitled Rise Up, Songs from Native America. This compilation CD is an effort to help bring awareness to the current homeless crisis in America. The new CD features Native American artists Jan Michael Looking Wolf, Timo and White Buffalo, J.J. Kent, Thunderhawk singers, Evren Ozan, The Storytellers, Ben Grimes, Michael Boucher, Mike Serena, Daryl Tunama, Sacred Winds, Jeff Ball, Eagle and Hawk, Exit Wound, Kelly Minjo Fink, Michael Longrider, Night Shield, Tim Yet, Sayani, and Yolanda Martinez. A portion of the proceeds for this album will be given to various shelters across the country, chosen personally by the artists included in this project. For more information on the CD, you can check out ravenhawkproductions.net. Award-winning Native American artist Janas Kids, who is one of the featured artists this week on the popular music site Reverb Nation, has awarded the annual scholarships this year through her nonprofit organization, Janas Kids, which she established in 2002. This year's recipients are Helen Marie Scott of St. Paul's, North Carolina, and M. Philip Williams of Gibson, North Carolina. Janas Kids' educational initiative is to raise funds to offer scholarships to Native American youth for academic, artistic, and athletic achievement. For more information on Jana and her nonprofit organization, you can visit janamashoni.com. And I'd like to leave you today with a quote from the late Senator Kennedy, which comes from the 1969 Forward to Indian Education, A National Tragedy, A National Challenge. Clearly, effective education lies at the heart of any lasting solution, and that education should no longer be one which assumes that cultural differences mean cultural inferiority. And that is the latest roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Native News Update. We'd like to thank our underwriters for helping us with this broadcast and look forward to seeing you again. Thank you and have a grand day.